Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Irving Fryer. I am the host here at the Fireplace where the conversations are fire. I'm excited today. I want to hurry up and get through my shout outs because I want to bring our guest in. We've been talking the last couple of days, actually before then, but we've been talking the last couple of days, and I'm just excited to have him here on the show today. You all, if you're watching, if you're live watching with us, throw something in the comments. You really want to interact with our guest today. He is oh my goodness. Okay, just let me get to my shout outs. Let me do my shout outs first. All right, shout out to Alicia Way and these dope overlays. We got new overlays coming in here in the next couple of weeks. So you all look for that. It's going to be purple and gold because those are our colors. It's not going to change in colors, but we're going to have something a little bit different for you. Thank you, Alicia Way, for these dope overlays. Shout out to Lou Rogers and Vision Audio Visual, that introduction that you see that you say you like so much. Yeah. Good to see you, Mom. My mom logged in. All right, Mom. Good to see you. That introduction that you say you like so much, I thought about and I asked, should I cut it down? Because some young folk were saying I should minimize it, make it shorter. You wanted it to stay the same. That was from Lou Rogers, Vision Audio Visual, our videographer. Shout out to Green Legion. Yes, we thank God for Green Legion. They are supporting the Fireplace. They continue to put us out there, make it known that we are live every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Check out this gear I have on right here. Raymond Forbay, No Escape Gear. Oh, that's the other side. No Escape Gear. Yeah, he keeps sending me gear. We're going to shout him out today. Raymond Forbay, No Escape Gear. Y'all check that out. This is some hot stuff. This is a nice little cover I got on here. And we will continue to support him as he continues to support the Fireplace. Well, let's move on. My studio assistant is not here. We got Mario Henry. Mario, good to see you, my brother. He's watching right now because actually that's how I met my guest. Our guest for today, I was minding my own business. I was home relaxing and my phone rang and it was my brother, Mario Henry, my man right there on the screen. And he said, "You want to meet Junior?" I'm like, "Junior who?" Junior? I know a couple people named Junior. What do you mean? Junior from Mount Holly? He said, "No, Junior. Kier, Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show." I'm like, "Junior? He said, "Yeah, I got him on the other line. Come on, we're going to talk to him. We're going to do some things together with MWR. I'm like, okay. And then Junior was on the phone. Next thing I know, we're having a great conversation. Next thing I know, I'm inviting him to my show here at the Fireplace. And he said, guess what? Yes. Hey, Hope. My sister Hope is on. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. So I'm not going to prolong it anymore. Y'all, this cat has been a part of creating Apollo. Yep. Apollo, Miss Universe pageant, the hit show Steve. Yeah. Showtime at the Apollo, the Little Big Shots. Y'all remember Little Big Shots? I used to love that show. Does it come on anymore? I don't think it comes on anymore, but Man, that thing was nice. Yeah, he's been a part of the Smiley tour overseas, over with the soldiers overseas. He's been a part of the Ricky Smiley show, and then also he was a part of the Steve Harvey finale. That was a big deal when Steve Harvey decided to do his comedy finale. He opened up for that. I'm not going to delay anymore. I'm going to bring my man in. They call him Junior. His name is Kier Spates, but he's better known as Junior from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Junior, what's up? I'm trying to put you out there, man. Listen.
Hey, man, you nailed it.
I nailed it. I don't know if I nailed it, but no, I'm not a dude like you that's in front of people all the time. I got a small congregation that I'm in front of. But
you nailed it, man. And you know what, man? The crazy part, man, I got to be a part of a lot of that stuff, man. But I still got to be Kier, man. I'm still me, man. I'm still the same guy.
Right.
I just hearing you say that, I was like, yeah, I did.
You did do that. Yeah, I did that. I did do that. Yeah.
I was a part of that. Man, I forget because I'm so busy moving forward, man, and enjoying life, man. First of all, it's an absolute pleasure, man, to be on the fireplace.
Stop.
Let me tell you something, man, for real, because we've had these conversations in the background, man. I swear to God, man, I laugh at you, man. He's like, man, get off my phone.
Yep, I had to get him off the phone, y'all. Yeah, he started cutting up.
Hey, man, I can't think of a better day to spend today with than Irving Fryer, man. The day of Thanksgiving, man. We're so thankful for so many things, man. And like I told you before we came on, I said, man, you know what? I'm excited about where our relationship is going to go from here, man.
Well, it's going to go. Like I said, it's going to go. It's going to go forward, yes.
No, you said it's going to go forward.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of it, man. Any way you need me or want me to participate, I'm here for it.
Well, bro, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. What did you do yesterday for Thanksgiving? I mean, now that we're talking, I see you got a sign back in front of you with visit with friends, enjoy life, make memories. And you said you're at a relative's house for the holidays.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. I met this brother, man, 2 years ago. And they have been a part of my life ever since then. Very positive brother. Very, 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 very. He real cool, real laid back brother, man. But he opened his home to me 2 years ago, and then I'm just proud to be here at this moment because of a tragedy that happened in their family. They lost their son. And when he asked me to come home for Thanksgiving, I'm like their other son. And I was proud to stand in that field for them and be here. So this is their first Thanksgiving without their son. And it was just good to be here to fill that role in and bring the levity and the laughter and just have fun and create new memories, man. And that's all they're about. And you know, it's been I can't tell you, man. It's yesterday and then this morning, man. Just having Thanksgiving dinner, playing games, and then coming together this morning, having breakfast, and talking and becoming better people over a period of time, man, has been something that I will not forget this Thanksgiving because I had to sacrifice my own family. You know, my grandmother, she said, you know what? She said, I'm upset you're not here. She said, but I understand that you're always on your mission. And my grandmother understood that. And I said, thank you, Granny, for the permission to be missing this Thanksgiving.
Always on the grind, always trying to get it. Yeah.
Always trying to get it. Always trying to be where I'm needed. Well, not where I want to be, but where I'm needed.
Well, it's said, laughter is needed everywhere. Okay. Yeah. We need, particularly when we see what's happening in the world today, we need to laugh at something because it's crazy what's happening around us. But you're known as what some say is a clever comedian. Now, I'm going to have you, whatever that is, explain that to me. But you're a clever comedian. And then also, there's two things I want to just start off with. You said you knew at 14 years old that you were going to be a comedian, that the light came on, that the message was sent, that it registered in your spirit, that at 14 years old. Now, at 14 years old, I didn't know nothing. I knew nothing about what I was going to do, who I was going to be, any of that. I was too busy being stupid. How did that happen? I mean, how did you know at 14 that you were going to be a comedian? It's not every day that everybody wakes up or at 14 years old, they decide to be a comedian. How did you know? Was it a voice? Was it just an internal quickening? What was it?
At 14, it was how do I say it? It was kind of like Urban. I heard a voice. And I was sitting there in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Def Comedy Jam. It was kind of like somebody over your shoulder. I heard God said, "That's what you're gonna be doing." And I looked, and I was like, "What is that? What was that?" And so every time I tried to run from being this comedian, it found a way back in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I probably tried to quit comedy probably 8 times in my life. I tried to quit something that I love doing 8 times. That's how madly in love I was with this whole process. I was madly in love with it.
Mm-hmm. I can relate. I can relate.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can relate to you, particularly trying to quit the part where you're trying to quit what you're supposed to be doing. Because listen, I pastor. We talked about this a little bit earlier. I pastor a church, and there have been times, just like Moses, like, Lord, please, I don't want to do this anymore. You got to show me your glory. This is really crazy. Yeah, so I understand being a slave, so to speak. Paul says, I'm a slave to the gospel. So being a slave to your destiny is you're attached to it so much so. And like you said, when there's that conviction or that voice that speaks, that resonates deep down on the inside, that vibration, that resonation never stops. And every time you try to get away from it, you know, it pulls you back in. It pulls you back in.
The funny part about it is, now at 14, I haven't told my parents nothing. I've always been a funny guy. I've always been, but I was great, not just being funny. I was great at changing the mood about how you felt. That's the difference. That's what I knew. That was my gift. It wasn't just the gift of laughter. It was the gift of changing your appearance and how you felt about your situation after you encountered me. Okay. So then I knew there was something there, because even though I was doing this and my dream was to play in the NFL and all this other stuff, and I had no idea God was going to take that from me and give me this new dream. But I knew at 14. So when I told my parents, they always thought I was going to be an engineer. They wanted me to do this. So I went to school based upon what they told me they wanted me to do. But while I was doing that, just because I excelled in math and I understood certain principles and stuff that had stuff to do with science and stuff like that, understanding thermodynamics and all this other stuff, I wasn't happy. Mm-hmm. The more I did that, the less happy I was.
Right. I understand that too.
I'm telling you, man, I was in there. I was on the dean's list. I did all that. But I was on the dean's list unhappy as a person. And so I went home one day, and I was going to comedy clubs for a year, and I was like 18. I didn't even tell them. I was just sneaking down there going to this comedy club. Uh-huh. I was sitting there, and I was watching these comedy. I was watching this stuff, and I said, okay, that's what they're doing. I said, wow, I can do this. I saw other cats, and I do this, man. And then I went up there. My best friend dared me to go up there and do it one night. And I did it. And let me tell you something. I fell flat on my face. And I looked at him and was like, why would you even tell me to go up?
You blame him.
It wasn't that I wasn't funny. I just didn't know how the business worked. And I didn't know how the art of it worked. I didn't know how to make all these different things happen. I had no idea. Right?
Wow. Well, listen.
I the same faith that I had at 14 when I heard that voice. After I fell flat on my face, I still had to hold true.
Right.
So when I told my mother and my father this was what I was going to do, they were the first two to turn on me.
Wow.
The news spread so fast in my family, it became a joke.
See, you were funny already.
He gonna do what? Hold on. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas. Hold on, y'all. Here come Mr. Comedian. Hold on. Wait a minute. Mr. Comedian, how much money we made? And I said, $35. She said, oh my God, he buying the chicken. And they are in here roasting me and my own family. And you know what? But I never lost sight of the voice I heard at 14.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I never doubted the voice. And it's important. Let me tell you something. One thing about that's important is that when God tells you something,
Mm-hmm. Say it.
why are you concerned about what the reaction for other people are?
Mm-hmm.
If my own mother and father did not support me, didn't God create them too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
If he's the author of their life, how come he can't be? Because they can't see what I see. They can't see what God showed me. Why would I give up on the dream that he put in my? So I had to, even through all of these circumstances I had to go through. The thing before y'all even see who I am today, there was a point in time you had no idea who I was. I was still the same person before I got to Steve Harvey Morning Show. See, I kept me in the forefront. It was rough. It was a journey. It was a lot of ups and downs. There's some things about me. People understand that if you do what I did, you can have the dream that you have too. See, I had sacrificed for this dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I slept at rest stops
Wow.
for this dream. See, I performed at places that more people. See, I almost got my life taken behind this dream. See, a man owed me some money, and I still remember the voice at 14, and they don't want to give it to me, and they put guns out on the table like I'm gonna be scared. I said, you still owe me with the gun. I said, if y'all was gonna kill me, I've been dead by now. Ain't none of y'all in here killers.
Tell the story, man. Tell the story.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
even though God had taken me some places that more people wouldn't even rather go for the dream.
For the dream.
But see, if I did not do the journey, and if I didn't do the dream, see, then now there's somebody else who's about to go down the same path that I've already gone down.
Yeah.
And you understand that, do you really want to do what it takes to make this happen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I got laughed at by my own family. My friends doubted me. Every single person. But you know what they say today, Irvin?
Look at him.
He was gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lie. You know I wasn't. You know you didn't have no papers. That's a lie. That's a lie, Irvin. Everybody tell you when they said, I always knew that boy was gonna be something. No, you didn't.
I like the way you say my name, Irvin.
Irvin. Irvin, come on now. You already know.
Listen.
You already know. Irvin, you seen this?
Stop saying my name. Listen.
You seen this?
See, there you go again. Listen, we got a bunch of folk on the line. Greg Meyer. Greg, is that Greg Meyer? That's a young. Listen, when I was in college, they had a program in college called the Lincoln Parents Program. Greg Myers was the son of my Lincoln parent. Is that you, Greg? And then we have Angel on. Angel, good to see you. We have Darren, my brother-in-law's on. I just trying to shout them out real quick. David Duckett was in a car accident, a motorcycle accident, just a couple of months ago, and now he's back up and walking again. We didn't think he was going to walk again. Yeah, thank God for him. He's a part of our church. Richard Melton, good to see you. He's in the fireplace. My sister Faith. I got a sister named Faith and a sister named Hope, and I'm in the middle.
I got a cousin named Hope.
I can't lose. I got Faith in front of me. I got Hope behind me.
Yeah.
That'll preach right there.
It do, but that's how you have to put it though, because you say like Faith, Irvin, Hope. It don't go that way.
It don't make no sense. I'm still confused about. Well, I have an uncle whose middle name is Irving, Arnold Irving Oakman. But my mother says that's why she named me Irving, because she named me after her brother. But Irving just don't go with Faith and Hope. But it's all right. Keenan, good to see you.
Like Faith, Steadfast, Hope. That've been 3 good kids.
Yes. Irving just doesn't.
Irvin, you just messed it all up.
Yeah, I just messed it all up, bro. It's just messed it up. So I mean, listen, you did some stage plays too. And you did stage plays with names like Aretha Franklin and Music Soul Child, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Gerald Levert, Anita Baker. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was you and Anthony Hamilton. So let me ask you, since you did all these stage plays with all these people who sing, I guess you can sing.
No. No, Irvin. That's why I like to sing that part. No, I can't sing.
So
I was only in there, like I told you, that voice at 14. I had no idea that I would be the comic relief in stage play.
Wow.
As a comedian, man, I had no idea that when he told me that at 14, that my journey would take me to having these relationships, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of the hardest days was when Gerald Levert died, man. I talked to him like 2 weeks before he died. I was getting on the plane. I was on another play. But my first play was with Gerald Levert, man. One of the most awesome people I know to date. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Gerald was all about love and positivity. And so you around this, man. We was on the road for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? We was on the road for 9 months. And I get to get this every day with Gerald, man. And, you know, I had just met Gerald in Lafayette, Louisiana, because I opened up for him at the Cajun Dome. And then 2 weeks later, we're in rehearsal together. He said, man, I just saw you. And so I met through Gerald. I didn't know Gerald and D.C. Curry were that good a friend. So now D.C. Curry in the play. So then, you know, I get all these relationships, and here comes Kelly Price. And so I'm a little brother to all of them, man.
Wow.
I mean, I have a opportunity to work with some great people, and then that little voice at 14 that we talked about has put me in this position to learn from people who are at the prime of their career.
Wow.
So now I start learning work ethic. So we hadn't even got to Steve yet.
I was going to say, so where did Steve come in? Because you were already there. I want to back up a little bit. I was doing some research on you, and I saw a little clip when you were on a little morning show, and you talked about how when you were in school, if the class did the right thing and they passed their test, you would the teacher would give you 15 minutes or so to do a little comedy piece in your class.
So I was in grade.
So what grade was that in?
I was always in front of the class, dog. They would actually learn the lesson. They'd be like, "Shut up, y'all! We got to get this because he's not gonna be able to perform on Friday. Come on, get it." H2O. Let's go. H2O. It's hydrogen. It's 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. And this is how we make water. Like they had to figure this out. Because on Fridays, I was working on putting the routine together after the test every Friday. When I was in middle school, this is what I was doing. That was my job. Because my job is to perform. I ain't really here to learn, but I'm really here to perform. That's why I don't know why y'all might be here trying to learn something. I'm here to perform. That's why I'm at home at night up doing impressions and stuff like that. Like I would impersonate teachers and coaches, and I do everybody.
So what was one of your favorite impressions? What was one of your favorite impressions? You remember? Do you remember?
I remember that time, man. Everybody liked when I read the book like Bill Cosby. Like I would read. I wouldn't read as me.
Right.
I would read as Bill Cosby, and I would read as people that was as popular at the time. I would read as James Earl Jones.
Right.
I was doing all kinds of because I would never read what was in the book as me. Like, if you ask me to read, I'm not showing up. I'll be like, you know, Bill. I'll be like, if you turn to page 32, top left corner, the first word is the. That's how I would do the class. And I don't know if we ever learned anything when I was reading because they laughing so hard we never got to it. And I would take at least 15 minutes.
We're not gonna get to this whole show today because you got me laughing too.
No, I was good. No, you can imagine being my classmate.
Oh no, I never would have gotten anything done in the class. Listen,
I don't know if we got anything. I don't care if we. You know, one of the funniest things was, man, I did this in my history class, and we were reading about slavery. And I did it as Bill Cosby, and I was throwing in words when they got to say they would, you know, beat slaves and stuff like that. And that was a hard conversation for me to just be serious. I said, man, look, my grandmother ain't too far removed from the civil rights movement, and I'm in here. Y'all want me to read this out loud to a class full of white people? I'm not going to do that. And so I did it as Bill. I said, and if I have to say, all you white people in here, and I couldn't say it as me, I said it as Bill. A lot of you should be remorseful and thankful for black people because we have brought you culture. And the white teacher was laughing, but I was really serious.
But you were serious, yeah.
I was like, you laughing, but you're not thinking. That's the thing. See, That's when I knew. See, I already had the voice. Here I am,
Mm-hmm.
16 now, 2 years removed from the voice. And I'm telling you, I knew I had the gift because you're laughing, but you're not laughing. You're not thinking about what I just told you.
And they call that satire,
Yeah, that's
comedy,
exactly what it's
where
called.
you're able to create, fictional characters, but bring out or expose the realities of
The
life.
reality of the situation.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And here
that's
I am, the only black kid sometimes in the classroom, and they're laughing, and you're not thinking about what I said.
right, right. Because what you're saying is true. It's applicable. Yeah,
That's absolutely true.
yeah, yeah.
You know, my family is a very proud black family. I thank God for the leadership in my family, my grandmother, my mother, my father. I think about the things and the lessons they taught me, and they told me about the pitfalls that I was gonna have to go through that as a black man. And see, that's what's crazy is that white people don't realize that they don't have to have these conversations that we have to have with our children. And at that time, I thought my dad, I thought my mom and dad were just crazy. I was like, it's a different time from when y'all went to school. It's not like that no more. How stupid was I?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was I was just talking to a girl that I went to class with about a math problem we was having one time outside school, and my mom picked me up. And the first thing I get in the conversation, she said, "She can't come to my house." What? Amy? You talking about Amy? Hey, my mom was not playing. I'm in the back seat. She said, "Hey, she can't come to my house." Mom, it's not like that no more. I know. I've heard all the stories. I really hate that y'all went through that. But you went through it so I could have a better future. She's not like them. She said, but what I was thinking about Amy. And Amy probably is not like them. My mom said one thing, Irvin. She said, I bet you can't go to her house. And you
And
know what?
your mama was right. And your mama
That's
was
what
right.
I knew.
Yeah, your
That's what I
mama.
knew.
Yep,
Man,
your mama was right. It's not
she got me
reciprocal
right.
for show enough, not reciprocal. Listen,
Yeah.
y'all. This is Junior Kier Junior Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Throw something in the comments. I know you got questions for him. I'm checking you guys out. I see all of you. Mario's still here. Angel's still here. Vinny is he calls himself my cousin Vinny, but Vinny
Oh, okay.
Capriati's yeah, he
I
calls him.
love that movie. That's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I love
Great
my
movie.
cousin. Vinny.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
two youths. The two
The
youths.
two youths. Don't, excuse me. Who? What?
The
What?
two
What's
youths.
that word you? Youth.
That is one of my favorite scenes.
Listen, you were diagnosed with a blood disorder, a
Yeah,
hereditary blood disorder, sickle cell.
yeah.
How did that? How were you able to? How you? I mean, you're overcoming it. How have you been able to overcome and deal with that?
Um,
And when did it happen? Did it happen before you were 14? Did you know before you were 14?
yeah.
Because
I knew.
usually you're diagnosed when you're real young.
Yeah, at birth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but they didn't know at that time all the research they have now. But I didn't know I had sickle cell. My family didn't know until I had sickle cell what it was until I was 7. So it was 7 years of them not knowing what's wrong with this kid. Why does he scream all the time? Why is he in pain? Why does he keep doing this? What is going on with my child? They said I was allergic to Coke. I was allergic to milk. I was allergic to this. I couldn't have that. That's what it was. And until I was 7 when a doctor diagnosed me and said, "Hey, this kid has sickle cell." When he looked under the microscope and looked at my blood, and said, "That's what's wrong with him." And so he's having crisis and he's having a bunch of pain, and that's how that started. You know,
Mhm.
and the way I look at it through the journey, and maybe all of this just ties in, but the way I look at it is that I learned a lot of things having sickle cell. See, everybody wants to have a pity party. People with sickle cell understand one thing: life is short and life is valuable. That's the lesson I had to get at an early age. When they tell me that I was not going to live past 11 or 11, get
Mhm.
this now. I just got diagnosed at 7. They said he's got till 11. So when I turned 10 years old in 6 months, I was dead serious about life because I ain't got but 6 months left. I'm over
Yeah.
here. Hey, I ain't got time. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Do y'all want to play? Playing was my only care in life. I was gonna play For these last 6 months I got, nothing mattered. I'm finna play.
Right.
I'm going to go play. They talking to me, hey, I ain't got time. I gotta go play. Do you want kick the ball back to me? Because I got 6 months left. After my 11th birthday, I woke up and I still was here. I asked my mom, well, what am I still doing? What's going on? I got this thing. They told me I'm supposed to die. I'm supposed to be out of here. And she was like, that's what they said. That's not what God said. He said, he's just a doctor. He don't know. He guessing. He had no idea. So then I took the number 11 and I made that my football number, my basketball number, my track number. Everything was 11 because you only gave me 11 years. I've been proving a doctor wrong for a very long time. I'm 43. 32 years he been wrong. 32 years. People don't understand what your meaning is and why you do things and how I had things. Because once I was playing varsity football and once I was doing my thing, 11 was the number because that's what y'all told me. It became a call for me. You can't kill me out here on this football field because they told me I was dead at 11. I'm going to do my best to run through you. I'm going to do my best.
And you were a pretty good athlete from what I understand as well. Were you getting scholarship offers and all of that too? Oh, and you mentioned earlier that, it was a dream of yours to play in the NFL? Okay.
It was my absolute purpose because they told me I was going to die at 11.
Okay.
And one thing that I felt alive on, the only thing I knew how to feel alive on was a football field. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how fast you are, how strong you are. You're not smarter than me out here on this field. You can have all of that. But if you can't think out here on this field, you're not finna beat me. We got 55 plays out here on offense. I promise you right now, I'm going to win 90% of the plays because I can think. I knew I was better than half of y'all out here. I don't care how big you were. You looked at me because you thought I wasn't strong. But the one thing about me was I was strong. Because you had to be strong because I ain't had no days off. Like I had to go to school, I had to work out, and I had a job. The reason why I'm out here because I don't like the job. That's why I'm whooping you because I don't like the job. That's how I thought on the football.
Right. Well, I mean, you were faced with something that, it was an unknown, and and it didn't have a good ending, or the unknown ending wasn't good. You thought that you were not going to be around past the age of 12. So it created a sense of urgency in you that really about life. Like you said, we all should have that sense of urgency because life is precious and life is short, just like you said. And we should all cherish life and be about our business and be about be in the business of helping others more so than we really are conscious of right now. More so.
I would like my footprint to be, Irving, that when I leave here, that the number of people line up and say, I can't believe this, but I got to confess too. He helped me too. Well, that's my urgency.
Yeah. And that's.
I want everybody to raise their hand if I made any impact in your life. The people that I did make impact in,
I'm raising mine. Because listen, I'm raising mine. You know why? Because I listen to you on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and y'all just make my day. When I work out in the morning, I'm on my way home from the gym at 7:00 in the morning. Because I start, my workout starts at 6, so that's when you all come on. But when I get back in the car on my way home, you all are on the radio. And you all, my gosh, I'm beat down from the workout, but you bring me back up. You guys can clown. Between you and Steve and Shirley and nephew Tommy. My gosh, you guys, how did that come about? How did you end up on the Steve Harvey Morning Show? My goodness. Can I come on the Steve Harvey Morning Show? Can you get me on the show? What?
I'm gonna tell Monica to call you. Yeah. Steve is all about, I'm friends. Steve is all about. See, y'all think it's like because we're so large. We're so large because we do a lot of work in our community. Because we do care about the people, because we do have a best interest of understanding that your day, you finna get beat down all day long. Somebody finna say something to you, you're not finna like it. But see, at least on your way to work, at least we can fill you up with laughter and jokes and have fun and show you that we do care about you. And that's really what the success of Mr. Harvey and everything he touches. If you just look at the man has a track record of working with his community. I've learned a lot from Steve because now this other lesson has become it doesn't matter what people say about you. They just a minute portion of the people who love you. Understand that people that don't like you, there are 8 to 9 people who do love you. Look at the ratio.
And that's good to remember because
That's the ratio.
we have a tendency to focus on the negative. Yeah.
Yeah. For every person that say they don't like me, there are 10 other people out here who do. Yeah, I get the fact that hate is loud. It makes the most noise.
I was going to say, why is it that we pay so much attention to the negative? Because the negative, yeah.
Because I mess with you, Irvin, every day, and I ain't said, Irvin, I love you every single day. My actions should dictate the fact that I love you, Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know.
Right.
The people that wake up and they call you and say, hey, man, how you doing? They love you. And you worry about one person over here. The one person you can hear. You ain't watching the one person while you listen to them. You ain't looking at the dude in the kitchen making you breakfast.
That's good. That's good.
I'm just being honest. You gonna listen to this one, but you over at a friend's house and he up early in the morning cooking you breakfast and preparing a plate for you to eat with him and break bread with them and his family. He got his kids around you. All this. You don't even count the love that the kids give you. Because you listen to one person said, I don't like what you stand for. That's crazy.
And they don't they don't even know you.
They don't even know you.
Don't even know you. Yeah.
Ain't even in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know the things. Like I said, man, you have no idea what I had to do to get here.
Mm-hmm.
How you think you gonna move me off this platform? How you gonna move me off my ground, off my stance, off my mission? Because you didn't like something I said. Hold on. I can say what I said and Bill can do what I said because I had 21 years to get here. You're not finna move me. I'm not coming off this mission.
What's next? What's going on next? I know you're not. I can just tell. I can hear it and sense it in your spirit that the Steve Harvey Morning Show is not the last stop for Junior Spates. That's not your last stop. That's not the end all be all. That you're moving on somewhere beyond where you are right now. So what can you tell us? You have something in mind? You got something cooking? You got a ship out in the ocean that has come in?
I'll tell you this, man. Like the morning show is going to continue. I know for the next 5 years. I signed my contract about a couple months ago. So we know we'll be here the next 5 years. And I love being a part of this, man. But here's the reality of it. Mr. Harvey is going to have to retire at some point. And he wants to. I get that. I understand that wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
And so Mr. Harvey's retiring. Now I'm not. And so at that point, man, that's why I said, man, I love the mystery of how God moves, man, in backgrounds. And there's a lot of things that's happening, man. But one thing I'll never give up is stand up. I'm not giving that up till I'm really ready to retire from that. But that's not going anywhere. I got another 20 years to keep telling jokes and making people think and laugh and all of that. And then one day, man, hopefully, man, God sees fit. But I just tell him my dreams and my wishes. I would love to continue waking up in the morning and getting people in the right mind to have a great day. I enjoy doing that, man. I've been doing that for 11 years. I never thought that would be part of what that voice would have told me at 14. I never even imagined.
What would you tell a 14, 17-year-old young man like yourself, or young lady like you were, young person like you were, that is aspiring to be a comedian? I mean, this is just my opinion. I don't know anything about necessarily comedy other than the fact that it makes people laugh, it makes people feel good, but I don't know anything about the business of comedy or being a comedian. I do know that just in those circles that it's tough. It's tough to make it in any of those kinds of circles. So what would you tell someone that they believe they've been moved, that their destiny is to be a comedian? What would you tell them? What kind of advice would you give them?
First thing I would tell them, Irvin, I get to ask this a lot, but first thing I would tell them, same thing my mom and them told me, don't do it.
Don't do it.
See, here's the catch though. It's a catch to that, Earth. I told you don't do it. Are you gonna listen to me, or are you gonna listen to what God told you?
Mm-hmm.
See, my job is to discourage you from following your dream, just like they told me. And you're gonna thank me later because you'll be able to say, I remember Junior told me don't do this. And then you'll go through your journey, you understand why I told you don't do it. But at the same time, once you get to your goal and your end game, first of all, it's like remember, like you watch these kung fu movies and the sensei always tells the student,
Mm-hmm.
you can never grab the pebble from my stone,
Mm-hmm.
the stone out my hand. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
you see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And one day the student realized that the sensei's only job was to motivate me to grab the stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job, is to motivate you to grab the dream. I know I told you. I didn't say that, but that's what I told you. You heard the words of my mouth. I never said I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
See, they told me everything before that voice came in my head. They told me everything, that they believed me, that I was this type of person. But as soon as I gave them an idea outside of what they considered to be normal,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm no longer everything that you said about me. When in actuality, you really are. But actually, you're advancing. See, let me tell you something. See, it ain't the fact that my success is just for me. It benefits everybody in the circle.
Mm.
Ain't that crazy, Irvin?
I think that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
But
Anybody who's connected to you, you go up. Yeah. Everybody goes up.
But Irvin, you can't even count how many tickets you had to give out on Sundays.
No, I can't.
But somebody or a group of people in that drink didn't believe Irvin Fryer could actually make it. Just be honest, Irvin. We're just having an honest discussion. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. I can take it. I'm wrong.
No. Listen, I just like the way you say Irvin. You keep saying that.
Irvin. Come on, Irvin. And dog, as soon as you come to my family house, I'm like, I'm going to say your name right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Irvin Fryer. Irvin. Come on, Irvin. Everybody. That's how we is, man. I can't explain. He'll look at me, somebody, ain't nobody said my name right. I was like, I know. They don't do it.
You know, you're the only one I know that says it, and I don't know why I'm getting so tickled from it, but
because you know that I'm genuine in what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's coming from way down, Irvin. That's coming from way down there.
You've been on here every Friday with these people right here. They ain't never said Irvin.
No,
Irvin. I ain't got time to say the E. I got Irvin. That's all I got time for.
Listen, as a comedian, that's something. As a comedian, do you feel the need? And I'm sorry to get you off track what you were talking about before, but do you? But this is why I wanted to have you on the show so we can cut up.
I'm coming back.
We coming back. But do you feel the need, like, that you got to be, or does it just happen naturally that you got to be funny all the time? Because you funny all the time.
No, I ain't never felt that, Eric. I'm telling you what I live for. I live for laughter. I don't know what you living for. I found out a secret that maybe I don't know, but being funny pay. I'm gonna say right in this groove right here, every chance I get, because I don't know, it may be a check attached. I don't know, but the blessing in just being. They told me, like, hey, you can't get nowhere being a fool. That's a lie. Oh, that's a big lie. I beg to differ. If y'all could just bear with me, I was in front of them. I didn't know being in front of the class in the 8th grade and doing them 10, 15 minutes of cracking jokes. I had no idea. I had no idea walking in my faith and walking in my path and walking in my purpose will put me down the many avenues that I've gone. It ain't just the fact that I got to be on stage being funny, in a movie being funny, on a stage being funny, opening up for some of the greatest acts in the world being funny, to being on the #1 morning show in the United States of America.
Wow. So
I listened to a voice at 14.
Is that how Steve Harvey found you or discovered you?
No,
Was it because you were involved in these other arenas?
yeah, I met Steve in 2002 in Los Angeles at the Rainforest Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
Sherman Oaks. That's where I met Steve at. And his business partner at the time was Rushion McDonald. Rushion McDonald happened to be from Houston. I'm from Houston. And they were looking for talent. And my name had been buzzing around the city like, you got to see this young guy. He's a comedian online. So I wanted to meet Rushion, and Rushion McDonald really didn't like me at first. And I don't think I really liked Rushion because I couldn't understand what I did wrong, which was just be me. But he was just training me for something.
Mm-hmm.
So they were booking. Steve's company was booking Comic View. Rushion McDonald made me audition 3 times. I'll never forget that. But the whole time I'm auditioning, he's passing out jobs to be on Comic View to people I know that I'm better than. And then he'll turn around and say, they see you tomorrow night. Then I go tomorrow night, I do another show, he'll say something else, and he'll give another person another job. That third night, I said, I'm going to be so funny that you're not going to deny me another opportunity. Personal I am. Competitive. And as soon as I got off that stage, the room was in shambles. Everybody was throwing stuff. They was laughing so hard. He said, hey, man, you need to go over and talk to JT. You know what I did? When I went and did Comic View that year, I got a standing ovation. Only one from Houston. Got a standing ovation. And they were sitting there, he was trying to tell you, he said, man, I don't know. But that was the first time I met him. You understand, that was in 2002. I didn't see Steve for another 9 years.
Wow.
I get a phone call, man, sitting there watching college football. I had a tank top on and some shorts and flip-flops. And Rushion McDonald called me and said, hey, this is Per Steve Harvey. He said, he's getting older. They want a younger voice on the show. And, man, he said, go get the guy out of Houston. I like him. I like what he stands for. I like that. Had no idea that was going to change my entire life.
Wow.
But see, let's get back to the point, the basics, Irvin. If I didn't listen to the voice,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up on this show today because it's important.
Right.
Because that moment in my life, clear as a whistle, God spoke in his left ear, that's what you're going to be doing. And I looked over my shoulder, nobody was there. Watching Martin Lawrence on Def Comedy Jam at 14.
Wow.
Had no idea that if I would have ignored that, and if I would have just accepted what everybody would have told me, I'd have missed everything.
Mm-hmm. Follow your dream. Follow your dream. You got to follow your dream.
I started that dream at 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't but 10 of them been good.
Mm.
See, that's the part people miss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the journey, you want everything to be smooth. You want everything to be good. You want things to be this way. You want things to be that way. You want this relationship to work. This. I walked away from some wonderful women that I hurt. I understand that. That was all part of the journey because I had to learn. I sacrificed everything. Birthdays, my friends having kids, not being there for this person, that person, trying to make one dream. Ain't but 10 of them been good, man. Out of 21 years, ain't but 10 good. Now, you want to sit here and you going to look at me and you going to tell me that it ain't worth it. I swear to God, these last 10 been worth the first 10. I'm not going to even sit and lie to you. But that's what happens when you listen to the voice, when you understand your purpose, and when you learn it and growing, and you making mistakes. And when God could have said,
take your time. Take your time. Real talk. It's real talk.
I tell people, man. See, I got this disease, man. It speeds up my thinking. I'm really a 78-year-old man talking to you because I don't know how much longer I got. What I'm trying to say is that in the process, and please understand this, in the process, you're not going to have very many good days in the beginning. But the reason why the days in the beginning aren't the best days, Because as you start appreciating what you're going through, then God starts unwinding and giving you the things that you need to keep going. But you have to understand that you're not going to be successful in the beginning. So when the success comes, you know how to treat it. See, I ain't sitting up here on Friday because I'm talking to Urban Fryer. I'm talking to somebody who's watching this, who may be going through it, who may not really understand where you at in the process. I know you hear me Monday through Friday cracking jokes on that, but see, once you pull all that away, I still have to exist as a human being. And if my mission is to help you, see, comedy is what God made me for, but this is really what I do. See, I really come in here to really change your thought process about life because you've been beat up. But let me tell you about a person like me. I've had so many disappointments. I've been in the hospital over 100 times. I've almost died 8. I'm still here. I'm trying to tell you, it's possible for you. It really is possible for you. You can sit over here and sit up in Urban's place and act like your life is going great and all that. No, you ain't happy because you're not actually on your purpose. And here's the other problem is you ain't never asked God, what am I here for? Let's just be honest. Have you really asked God, what am I here for? Because if you ask him, just like I asked him, but at 14, he told me. I didn't care what nobody said. I've been ridiculed, been talked about. I've been dismissed. I'm not good enough. People I really put faith in turn their back on me. So you're going to sit up here and you can't, it's not a lot you can tell me because I've been through a lot. I'm only 43 years old. And by the way, they told me I was going to die at 11. I must know something. And that's the thing I want people to grab, is that don't worry about what everybody else is saying about you. Have you asked the Creator, what am I here for? I want to make an impact, God, that's so deep that when I leave here, they still got to bring my name
up. Pause just for a second. Let me do this because I want y'all to ask some questions. But the conversation I told y'all the fireplace is the place where the conversations are fire. So let's do this and let's fan the flames of the fire. Woo, you made it hot, man. Come on. Yo, do you all have any questions? Please ask questions, comments, anything you have to say, any kind of interaction. Mario says respect. We're going to talk a little bit about MWR too before we get off today, because you made some plans to. My mom said, okay. Now my mom says you preaching. She said he is preaching. You see that?
Oh,
that's my mama says you preaching.
Come on, Mom. But ask Mama, am I lying though?
No, Mama, no. She wouldn't have said you were preaching if she thought you were lying. She'd have said you lying. She wouldn't have said you preaching. No, preaching is the truth. Yeah, preaching is the truth. Angel says, beautiful thing. Divine timing. It's divine timing. That's good. Yeah. My sister Hope says, what a testimony. Vinny, cousin Vinny says, amen, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You got him shouting in the pews. She said, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Listen, you hear me Monday through Friday, you just don't know the story.
Now, here's what you're saying. Angel says, you're talking to me today. Thank you. See,
Angel, ain't God so good that he will put this time together for you? This might be the only reason why I'm on the fireplace, was to find Angel. That's how detailed.
Yes.
God, that's how detailed God is.
Yeah. You're right. There's no denying it. If it's just one, if I can help somebody along the way. Yeah.
That's it, man. This made it all the worthwhile for Angel to say, you just talking to me. I need to hear that.
Yeah.
See, you understand. You at home, Irvin. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in Atlanta. I was down here having holiday fun and all type of stuff. And I stopped everything to be here for an Angel to say, you talking to me. Nice. How crazy is God?
You can't look, you can't deny that. No one can deny that because nothing happens by chance or by coincidence. You're on today. Angel happened to be watching today. You're speaking something that connected with her situation, her spirit, And yeah, it's a word of either confirmation, a word of encouragement to help people keep going, to help people stay on the wall, to not give up on their dreams, to not listen to what other people are saying who might be negative, to understand that God will handle our haters if we keep moving forward and continue to fight the good fight and continue to move in the direction that God has ordained for our lives. Yeah. You can't argue with that. Yeah.
Can't argue with that, Irv.
Everybody who needs to hear this today and who will hear it as we post this, everyone who needs to hear it will hear it, because that's how God operates. He intervenes, he intercedes, he's involved, whether folk realize it or not. Yes, he is. Now you got me preaching. I'm not trying.
You're doing it, but you're doing the right thing, Irv. I already know. Because that's exactly what it is, man. We are more connected than we are disconnected.
Yeah. My brother-in-law Darren says, "Preach, my fellow Texan brother."
Yes, boy. Just don't be a Cowboy fan. That's the only thing I can ask.
Say what?
Just don't be a Cowboy fan. That's all I'm asking him. Don't be a Cowboy fan.
Oh, say what? Say that again. Say that again. Now, listen. You just went up a notch, bro. No. You just went up a notch with me, bro. We had not had this conversation. You said don't be a Cowboys fan. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So you're not a Cowboy. We're gonna start. We're gonna start something.
I mean, having a good season, but please, if anything, I swear to God, I was the happy.
Listen, my wife is a Cowboys fan, Junior.
But she needs to stop.
Tell her to stop. She in the other room. Tell her to stop.
Yeah, she needs to stop.
Her name's Serena. Tell her. Her name.
Tell your wife, you gonna take your last name back if you keep going. Threaten her, Irvin.
Her name is Serena. Tell Serena.
Serena. He gonna take his last name back if you stay down this path. It's not working for you.
Look. My brother-in-law said you fired.
Yeah,
because he's a Cowboys fan.
I'm not saying about being fired because I'm a Cowboy fan. Fire me. Y'all get on my nerves.
Junior, your team is the Texans. You can come over to the Steelers.
Yeah, we got 2 wins. We're okay with it. It's a bad season. You know what's going on down there. I'm fine. But I'm not going to root for the Cowboys. I'm not doing that.
It's Abdul Rashid.
Not doing that.
Oh, we started. So, wait a minute.
Come on.
What's wrong with the Cowboys fan? That's Serena, my wife. She's watching. She said, wait, what's wrong with the Cowboys?
Tell Mrs. Fryer, you're going to take her last name back if she keep going down this path. We're not playing with you.
Now, Junior, you trying to listen. I've been dealing with this for 5, almost 6 years now. So I ain't going to let you cause my house to be unhappy. So I'm not going to take my name back.
So we just found out. So we just find Irvin don't run his house.
He said we just
everything else we talked about. I'm gonna tell you what's fire in the fireplace. Irvin don't run his house. That's what we found out. Yeah, we found out. See, this is the best episode you ever had. We found out that Irvin ain't everything Irvin say. I'm not listening to you. I'm not doing it, Irvin.
Well, you said.
We just found out that Mrs. Serena tells Irvin what to do. Irvin don't tell nobody nothing. He can't stop his wife from being a Cowboy fan. How could you? And you put all these years from Philadelphia.
Oh, Lord.
I wish
listen, I didn't find out until after I said I do.
Yeah. Now I was like, she forgot about your whole career. Like you don't know.
Listen, no.
Fly, like you don't play that on Sundays.
You want to know? You want to know something about my wife? Now, my wife grew up in the town right next to where I grew up. I grew up in Mount Holly, New Jersey. She grew up in Willingboro. Went to the high school in Willingboro. Do you know? You know, we just got married a little over 5 years ago. She didn't know who I was. She didn't know anything about my career.
That's great for you. But then when you find out she was a Cowboy fan, why'd you take your ass up to the altar?
It had already happened when I didn't know until after I said I do.
He had on a Cowboys hat. This is crazy, Irv. I'm not here to help nobody. I'm here to help Earth.
Look, we go.
That's what I'm really here for. I'm really here to help Earth.
So well, yeah, there's definitely division on Sundays in my house for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's
Oh my God.
You made my day. Great show. God is great.
Oh man. Thank you.
Look,
so much.
here's what Serena said: happy wife, happy life. And she got
that don't matter when it comes to football. There's no it's about what team you're on. It's about the marriage. How can she say that to me?
That's what she said. Listen, before we get off the show, I want you to talk because we've been on the hour. We're gonna bring you back. We definitely gonna bring you back. Okay, when you get settled and get home and bring you back in a few. But you are going to be doing something. We talked about maybe in February with MWR, Making Wealth Reality. As I said earlier on the show, I met Junior through my good friend. I can't even think of his name now. Mario Henry. I'm sorry. He drew a blank. Through Mario Henry, lifelong friend of mine, called me one day, had Junior on the phone a couple of months ago. And it was with regards to MWR, Making Wealth Reality. You've been introduced to the concept, to the company. It's something that you are a part of, and that you're going to be doing a presentation with us here in the Philadelphia area in February. So talk just a little bit about that.
Here's the deal, man. MWR is exactly what they say they are. Make wealth real. I was in a position where I was having some issues with taxes and stuff like that. And I found this company, man, and I could not believe that the things that they taught me about finances, nobody ever taught to us about in our community. Understanding what your dollar is and where you are in life. Okay, if you make 100,000, a million, 20,000, 60,000, whatever, that you can too become wealthy. And that's the part that people have a hard time understanding. Like they say, like, oh, they're trying to get me into this thing. Like, no, it's not a thing. I'm trying to get you out of something. I'm not trying to get you in.
That's good.
Anything.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm trying to get you out of debt. I'm trying to get you to understand that if you have a higher credit score, that your interest rates will be lower, that it be opened up for you. So many ways to increase your cash flow in your house so you can stop living check to check, which is about what 90% of people do. See, wealth is just not about, at MWR, it's not about just finance. It's about a mindset. See, having an abundant mindset requires some work.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all the intention to become wealthy, to become rich. See, I'm thinking about when I leave here, like I said, I think about things in an accelerated pace because I don't know how much time I have left. They already told me I'm going to die at 11. But if I can leave my nephew, I don't have any kids, but if I can leave my nephew something to where he don't have to worry about working another day in his life. See, here's the part you understand. White people have been doing this for years.
There you go.
See.
There you go.
See? And it's sad when you find out how simple it was. When you find out that the game has been played on you for so long.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, the same thing that I'm doing at MWR is the same thing Uncle Steve doing, that any of it. See, I'm gonna tell you something. If rich people have financial advisors, how come you don't? And that's all MWR is. What's wrong with owning land? What's wrong with owning real estate? What's wrong with being out of debt? What's wrong with having your bills reduced? What's wrong with having your credit score up? You ought to be tired of people telling you no about your money.
We need to coin that right there. You ought to be tired of people telling you about your money.
Yeah, that's it, man. And so what we realize, Irvin, is that these things are important to our community. So here I am. I come back with some information that can help all of you. Because I know your situation because I'm the one lending you the money.
Bang it on the table.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting
It's all right. No, it's because it's real. If like you said, if wealthy people have financial advisors, then how much more does a person that doesn't have money need a financial advisor?
Oh my gosh.
We need those of us who struggle. We need a financial advisor more so than somebody that has money.
Man, that's the crazy part.
But we see it the opposite way. We see it the opposite way. No, I don't need a financial advisor. I don't have any money. Well, that's why we don't have any money, because we don't have anybody advising us financially.
Yeah. See, what I learned is that you're not good at banking. See, that's what I look at it, man. I said, you know what? I don't know why I'm talking to you, because you're not good at banking.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that I'm over here trying to take something from you because I come back with some information that you haven't found yet.
Mm.
And then here I come back. Hey, everybody, figured it out. Got something that's going to help all of y'all. Oh, my gosh, you will believe this. You can experience this, and that. He said, what you up to? What you mean what I'm up to? First of all, I don't need MWR. I'm just glad I found it. Before MWR came around, I'm doing fine. I was having tax troubles. I'm over here. I'm actually sitting up here talking to a tax agent because I'm behind on tax because I didn't know that this was happening.
Right.
This was happening with my finances.
Right.
And I said, I got to get this in trouble. And they said, hold on. When they took care of that problem for me, I was like, you mean tell me, don't nobody know y'all exist?
Yeah. It's not that nobody knows they exist, but not enough people know they exist. That's for sure. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not telling you this for our own benefit. It will serve you greatly if you start taking your mind up of being a worker and start understanding the problem and start starting the mindset of being an owner.
So you know what? That just came to my mind, and he's been on the show before. Mario has already been on the show several months ago, but I'm going to bring Mario back on next week.
You have to.
Yeah, because we need to set this up. We need to talk about specifics. We need to, get more information to the people so we can become more financially. Look, Mario's calling me on the phone. Watch.
Mario.
I'm gonna answer the phone. Mario, I'm answering
Mario?
Mario. Wait a minute. Listen, that's you. They can hear you.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, so
I thought you was done.
No, we're not done. We're still on the show. I got the phone up to the speaker.
Everybody hear you, Mario.
I'm so proud of this dude, man. I mean, I am so proud. I mean, I apologize. I had a call come in, so I had to pause it. So I figured that it was a little bit over. So I was like, man, let me tell you how strong this guy is.
He is strong.
And what he talking about. Because, he's a comedian, but he got me motivated. And I know he always is telling me on how I motivate him. But I'll tell you, he motivated me. So you just, you keep doing and using this platform and, doing the things that you do. But I'm telling you, man, we're going to come together. We've been on the athletic field talking about things, but now we talking about what we got to do as people to be able to make our situation great, bro. I'm so happy that you got out there and you telling your story.
Well, brother.
And Junior, bro, I love you, man. So you keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Well, Mario, you set next week aside because you're going to be on the show next week, all right?
I got to get my stuff together.
Get it together. All right, bro.
Give me a call, man.
I'll holler at you. Yep, thanks. That's my dude right there, man. That's my dude. Listen, Junior, we didn't cover everything, but man, I listen. I really do appreciate you, man. And I got a chance to see a different side of you. When I'm listening to you on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, you're always clowning, you're always making jokes, you're always it's just, it's always light, and it's always in that realm where, you're doing your thing. But now I got a chance today. And over the past couple of days, we've been talking off and on, but I got a chance today to really see a deeper side of who you are, man. And until I did the research, I didn't know you had this fight on your hands, this constant fight with sickle cell, man. That's something you're going to deal with your whole life. So just know you got another person right behind you, pushing you, encouraging you. If I got to come along and pick you up and carry you, that's what I'll do. But man, I'm a brother for life. You can call me. You got my number. Don't hesitate. And I can't wait to meet you in person, bro. I really can't wait to meet you in person.
I really can't wait to wrap my arms around you, Irvin. I really can't, man. I thank you, man, for having the platform and having me come on, man, because there's nothing more exciting in life than unraveling great, wonderful new people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't know you other than just football.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see that you have a work going on outside of that, man. And I'm extremely proud, man, to be a part of that. Anytime you need me, anytime you want to come on the show, anytime you want to laugh, anytime, man, let me know, man. But I thank you for letting me tell my story.
Well, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
Because I appreciate that. I appreciate what Angel said, because that's exactly what I was here for, man. It's just to help somebody understand that, you know what? Don't feel sorry for yourself. Let's get up and let's get back after it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, like we look at it, I put a lot of my life analogies in football. Hey, that was just one play. We got another play to do.
Mm.
And so, you know, when we play the game, we can't focus on what happened last play.
No.
We didn't get the yardage we wanted.
Right. Right.
But now it's 2nd and 8. We're not at 1st and 10. 2nd and 8, made 2 yards. Let's go ahead and get this other 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, at every 10 yards, we know that the end zone's coming.
Mm.
And man, that's how you look at your life, man.
Yeah.
The end zone is coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you focus on something that's really not really a hesitant, or you're confused about something. Why don't you get connected back with the coach?
Mm.
Why don't you let the coach give you the play? All you gotta do is run it. That's all I've been doing, man. I stay connected with the coach. I really can't tell you how I got here. But you know what? I look back on my life as you was reading all this stuff and all this stuff. That was the coach.
You preaching, man. You
just read off everything that the coach designed.
Right.
That wasn't me. That wasn't Kier. That wasn't Junior. That wasn't none of that. That was the coach.
Here's how I like to say it, and we're going to close like this. I like to say, you know, we Christians believe in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. He took care of it for us.
Yeah.
It's like in a baseball game. He hit the home run. But but in a game, when the ball goes over the fence, the home run is not official until you go around and touch all the bases.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we're doing. All we have to do is run around and touch the bases. Eventually, we'll get home. But what you're doing right now, is not official until we touch all the bases. And you got to put the effort in to touch all the bases. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're a man who's making the most out of life, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Because there's been times in my life where, you know, stuff has happened. I was explaining to you, you know, my mishap a few years ago. And, you know, there were moments in there, man. I just, you know, I was like, you know, the heck with all of this. Not that I was having suicidal thoughts or anything like that, but I was like, how can I recover from this? How can I get back on my feet from this? You got to keep running until you touch all the bases. Keep on running. Keep running. You know, it's not official till you get home. And we all will on that great getting up morning. What they say on that great getting up morning.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, boy. You know, you might be from New Jersey, but I think you got some roots in Texas. I don't know what it is, but you gotta have some. Man.
I lived in Plano for about 6 years. I lived in Plano for a while. Yeah. But my family is from the South Carolina, North Carolina. But I'm a baby boomer, Doc. I'm 59 years old, so I got old school stuff in me. I don't talk country like you do, but
no. When you come talk to me, man, I don't care where you're from, though. I'll tell you right now. I'm straight. I don't know. I don't even know it was called country till y'all told me. It was every day. Everybody I know sound like this. I didn't even know. I sounded wrong.
No, it ain't wrong. He said, I didn't know I sounded wrong.
I don't even do a lot.
Boy, you funny. Love you, man. I love you, bro. So thanks for being on the show.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna click off on you, and I'm gonna call you here in a few minutes just to tell you thank you. All right.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.
God bless you, bro. All right.
God bless you, man.
Y'all, that's Kier Jr. Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. What a show was that? That was some real good conversation right there. That conversation was fire. Just to hear his story and his battles and how he's had to persevere and how he's had to overcome, and he's yet still a young man. And the doctors predicted that he would not make it past 11 years old. Now he's in his 40s, a very successful man. Y'all, listen, if God said it, it's going to happen. God made you the promise. God showed you the vision. God determined your destiny. You got to keep running the bases until you get home. But we appreciate him for being with us today. We appreciate all of you too. Raymond Ford Bay, God bless you. Thanks for being with us today. Yeah, it was a great show, wasn't it? Let me put you up on the screen. Get all these names so I can holler at y'all for being here today. Raymond and Serena said, oh, Jesus. Keenan, God bless you. Thanks for being with us today. Mom, thank you, as always. Mario, yeah. Faith. Brother-in-law. Richard. Rashida, good to see you today. Yeah, the show was fire. It was fire. The best show. It was, Angel. It was a good show today. We appreciate Junior for being open and honest like he was. Yeah, our people are, yeah, Faith is right. People are too concerned with cars and clothes. You're right. Greg Meyer, I logged into the podcast, but I wound up in church. Yeah, that's right, Greg. But that's cool. That's cool. Good to see you, Greg. My goodness, it's good to see you. Really enjoyed Junior. What a show. What a good show. Yep. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss? Oh, Vinny. Vinny says, oh, boy. Abdul Rashid, hey, thanks for joining us, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for being with us, taking the time to hang in there with us throughout the show. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? I think I said hi to everybody. Sister Sally, good to see you. Always supportive. Thank you so much. Well, y'all, that's it. I think I said Richard. Yep, and Greg and Mario. Yes. So thank you for being with us today. This was a great show. We're going to have Mario Henry on next week. We'll be back same time, same place, same purpose, conversations that are fire. We want to thank Alicia Way for these dope overlays. Thank you, Lou Rogers, Vision Audio Visual, he's our videographer. I want to thank the Green Legion for their support. As always, they help to promote the Friar Place. Yeah, we want to thank Raymond Ford Bay, No Escape Gear. See that? I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, No Escape Gear. He was on with us in the comments. Thank you for supporting us. We're going to continue to promote your gear, my brother. All right, everybody. I think that's it. I'm Irving Fryer. Thanks for being here with us at the Friar Place, where the conversations are fire. We'll see you next week. We'll be back with Mario Henry from MWR. Well, he's a partner with MWR, but he's the founder and the president, CEO of the U.S. Housing Exchange. We're going to talk finances next week. He's going to be our financial advisor. You need a financial advisor. We all need a financial advisor. God bless you. We'll see you. I'm out.